Hey, I'm really glad you're here, because after living with the Skywave X70 every day for a few weeks, you start to realize what's actually missing from most home audio setups isn't volume, it's precision. It's that moment when you hear a voice, a cue, or a detail so clearly you wonder how you ever lived without it. This is for the kind of person who notices when dialogue feels distant, when explosions flatten into mush, when movies and games don't sound the way they should. You aren't here for shallow audio. You want immersive sound that feels like presence. Before anything else, check the current price and stock. Systems this capable don't stay predictable for long. You knew it was time to upgrade the second your current setup left you leaning in to catch a line, adjusting volume mid-scene, or turning up the TV just to hear what was really happening. That frustration wasn't mild, it was a sign that compromise had become your daily default. And once you realize you don't have to accept that anymore, everything shifts. The first time you powered on the Skywave X70, it wasn't louder. It was layered. You didn't just hear sound, you felt depth, direction, and clarity. Dolby Atmos doesn't just widen the soundstage, it places each element where it belongs, so highs, mids, and deep bass feel like real space instead of noise pushed toward you. Once you experience that level of immersion, anything weaker begins to feel like background fuzz. Picture watching a dramatic scene where every breath, whisper, and musical cue lands right where it should. Picture gaming where directional detail gives you an edge, where the environment feels alive, where each track feels intentional. That 980 watts doesn't just pump power, it brings nuance. The wireless subwoofer hits low without boominess, and the overhead channels actually feel overhead, not just theoretical. Take a moment to look at the price again while you're here. Deals like this don't linger. You might wonder if any sound system can really transform your setup. That doubt disappears the moment dialogue snaps into focus without cranking volumes and blasting your space. Sound doesn't fight the room anymore, it belongs there. And once you hear how layered and intentional it can be, lesser setups start to sound flat and boxed in. There's also a quiet pride that comes with owning something this capable. It's not about showing off. It's about walking into your space, turning it on, and feeling like the room finally learned how to sound. That confidence stays with you every time you sit down. Depth that brings scenes alive, clarity that makes dialogue present, immersion that pulls you into the action, bass that feels tight instead of muddy, soundstage that feels like real space. It does need room and thoughtful placement. Once you feel this presence, weaker bars feel lackluster. Eventually you stop circling specs and just choose the system that feels right, the one your ears keep thinking about because it matches what you want out of every movie, show, and game. Don't let this be the upgrade you put off only to look back and wish you'd done it sooner. If you're ready for your entertainment to sound as good as it looks, rich, powerful, and immersive, this is the moment to make that choice.